Hello and welcome to This Week. My name is Muhammad Ali and we have lined up for you the top stories that have made headlines this week.
Tumehakikishia na tulieleza Wakenya ya kwamba tuatenda kufanya na tuataka kufanya.
Kuna watu wengi wanatishwa, wewe utapelekwa kotini, wewe utapelekwa KRA, wewe utapelekwa EACC, wewe utateremshwa mamlaka hiyo, utafukuzwa kwa ofisi hii.
Huyu Mutai Kagwe na ile pesa tulikuwa tunachanga ya Chinese, ya wapi, ya nini, hii pesa yote hatuwezi hata kununua tu ile oxygen ya kuokoa maisha ya mtu.
The freedom of speech, that I may not agree with what you have to say, but I shall defend unto death your right to say it.
The week kicked off with sad news from our neighboring country, Uganda, after presidential candidate Robert Kyagulanyi, alias Bobi Wine, was arrested for flouting COVID-19 guidelines. The number of people who have died due to the ongoing protests have so far reached 28, with Ugandan police spokesperson Fred Enanga confirming the arrest of 577 suspects. This comes at a time when the country is preparing to head to the ballot, with President Yoweri Museveni still in the race.
Who were brutally arrested from Luka, tortured, pepper sprayed, beaten and incarcerated in Narufenya. This was, in my opinion, meant to break our resolve. But I have news for you, Mr. Museveni, and all those that work to sustain your dictatorship. We cannot be broken. You can imprison our bodies, you can tear gas and pepper spray our bodies, but you cannot touch our souls. We are not going to stop fighting for a better Uganda. We continue to condole with the families of the brothers and sisters that have been murdered by this murderous regime. We stand with you. We shall address the nation tomorrow about the way forward. Otherwise, we are not giving up. We continue to seek for freedom, and we shall get our freedom. To the people of Uganda, do not give up. They cannot kill us all. We are not slaves.
May peace prevail in Uganda and the whole universe. Moving on, Thursday was the day scheduled for the launch of the BBI signature collection, but a meeting between President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto is said to have led to the cancellation of the process. Religious leaders have pleaded with the president to consider dialogue.
We capture and we appreciate the spirit of the BBI, Building Bridges Initiative. There is no D there representing destroying bridges. So what we need to do is to make sure that all the bridges are repaired.
And so the question of them saying they are not going to accommodate any proposal, I think this could be their BBI. If it is a BBI for this nation, it should be accommodative. They said they are all inclusive. How can we be all inclusive when we have no representation and we are not ready to hear our proposals and what our concern is with the public?
It is 251 days since the first COVID-19 case was reported here in Kenya. The virus has really affected the country, taking away the lives of many, including health workers. On Wednesday, 3 members of parliament shed tears after medical practitioners narrated the ordeal of health workers who succumbed to COVID-19.
I don't like this. It's not fair.
You know, Mheshimiwa, it's painful. Daktari, it's painful, Daktari.
Health cannot be a business.
We hear you, Mheshimiwa. We hear you, Mheshimiwa.
Now, Health Services Commission. Yes, it can be statutory, it can be constitutional.
Our recommendation is monies meant for NHIF cover for the public officers should be remitted directly from Treasury.
Kwenda mikutano, tumefanya watu wanaita lobbying, lakini tunagonga mwamba. Kwa nadhani saa hizi tumepata, baada ya kutoa hii ilani, ndio kila mtu sasa ameamka kuwa tunakokwenda ni kubaya.
With many African countries facing crises from civil war to famine, the political integrity of Africa's second most populous country is at stake. Ethiopia's Tigray People's Liberation Front TPLF, which is battling the central government, have admitted to have fired rockets at Asmara early this week. But all we pray for is peace. Those are some of the top stories that made headlines this week locally and across the continent. I'm now joined by Ansel Addo, who will be taking us through social trends.
Welcome to Social Trends. My name is Ansel Addo. The national team Harambee Stars left Comoros with their heads down after being beaten 2-1 by the home team. Kenyans took their frustration to Twitter, with some even calling out for the resignation of the new star coach Jacob Ghost Mulee. Harambee Star trended for the better part of early this week. These were some of the tweets we compiled for you. CS Joe Musheru, the Cabinet Secretary for Information, Communication and Technology, faced the sharp sword of Kenyans on Twitter after he said that national identification cards will cease to be operational from 12 of December 2021. Uganda and Ethiopia are going through tough times, with Uganda preparing to go to the ballot. The arrest of Bobi Wine that led to protests across the country saw many people losing their lives after running battles between police officers and protesters. The arrest of Bobi Wine led to the trending of the hashtag #FreeBobiWine, with Kenyans trying their best to advocate for the release of the pop star and presidential candidate on social media. Africa is a blessed land with lots of resources, but selfishness is what really affects our continent. Uganda is in war with its own people because one is not of the opinion of the other. Elections have claimed the lives of many young promising Africans. Ethiopia is now burning. We hope our country remains peaceful so that we be an idol to other African countries. I support the decision taken by our president to give room for consensus instead of going to a contested referendum that will use billions of taxpayers' money. May God bless our country, Kenya. This is Ansel Addo.
Coronavirus has made many Kenyans lose jobs, lose loved ones, and even downgraded the country's economy. Ignoring this pandemic in the name of other countries not having the virus is a way of allowing the spread of the virus. The virus has claimed the lives of health workers who tried their best to battle out the pandemic. Dear viewer, follow the Ministry of Health guidelines in curbing the spread of the disease for us to kick coronavirus out of our country. Wear your mask, sanitize, and always try your best to stay safe. And for institutions, let us embrace the No Mask, No Service initiative. And with that, we will fight COVID-19 together. That is all for today. Thank you for joining the broadcast and keep it Barack Post. Goodbye.